Monday to everyone in the sports universe. This is the AM Drive, and I am live here and on Twitter and on YouTube. For co-host Aaron Crouch, who I believe phone died or is sleeping regardless, I am Michael Carvella saying good morning to all. How was my weekend, in case you're wondering? I know you're not, but I'll tell you anyways. My weekend was pretty crappy, actually. I know I got to watch Game 1 of the NLL Finals. If you haven't watched lacrosse, there's more of it today on ESPN2, specifically at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But as a Heat fan, I am not happy. And I know Aaron is probably still not happy that his team still cannot close out the Dallas Stars. So, of course, we'll update you on that and talk about the advantages of a team like Florida Panthers and the Denver Nuggets being able to wait. Also on today's show, Destination DeAndre Hopkins, a few places he could go. Of course, we know he likes Contender. We know he's got a few favorites. We'll talk about that. Also, oh no, Jimmy Garoppolo, why the Raiders are in a big conundrum. And also what fans are saying about the bum that won't go away, Tom Brady. And, of course, our top 5 baseball teams. And also refereeing around. What did one NBA referee allegedly do? And do I believe it's true? Let's get started on today's show. Remember to go to MikeandAaronDrive.com and click all the great logos, including our shop. When you do so, it's one of the best ways to support the show. Check it out and shop the great tumblers, mugs, phone cases, all kind of great stuff, hoodies, all kind of good stuff on AM Drive. Go to MikeandAaronDrive.com and help us out. Okay, so let's get into it. The NBA playoffs have been in full bounce, if you will. And I'm telling you what, I am not happy. Not a happy dude right now. Because the Miami Heats, after actually shooting pretty well once again in Game 6 in Miami, Jimmy Butler again did another disappearing act, which I've become accustomed to, just not in the playoffs. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. This team has brutally missed Tyler Hero, and it showed again on Game 6. We couldn't buy a bucket for multiple possessions, even though we would get shots off, which, you can't rely on Duncan Robinson to shoot threes every single time down the floor. It doesn't work like that. Jimmy Butler had like 10 shots blocked, it's a stat that absolutely blows my mind. I still don't see how that's possible. One guy can have a shot blocked 10 times, but that's what happened. That's why he was like 3 for 19. But those last 2 field goals were very late, or 4 for 19, whatever it was. He got an and one. He shot a 3 right in some dude's face, drew a foul on a 3-point play, and the Miami Heat went up by 1. And of course, we know what happened. The Celtics draw up a 3-point shot that misses from Marcus Smart, and lo and behold, Bam Adebayo, sitting there with hands behind his back from the free throw line, decides to look at the ball and say, I don't know, crashing the rim. Why not crash the boards, Bam? This is why I have – and by the way, the result was Derek White went up for a layup. You all have seen the stupid video, okay? But the reason I'm not happy is I'm a Bam Adebayo fan. From the day he was drafted, I looked at his tape and said, wow, this guy's really good. He brings a lot of energy. The problem is he's become like Anthony Davis. And I said this about a year or 2 ago until finally people started making memes about, AD and Bam's face. That's funny. But it makes me angry because I love this dude's energy, and he's completely forgot how to have energy. Like, some guys will get paid, they don't show a dang thing. And to me, you can blame Max Strus for not boxing out Derek White. You blame everybody. Bam Adebayo, that is your job. And so many times, even in these playoffs, Bam Adebayo has found a way to suck. He's found a way to show no energy rebounding the basketball. How can you be so good, Bam, and yet be such a waste of a player, man? Another thing Miami's done, they made a mistake by making him like a number 2 option. That's got to stop. We cannot continue as Miami Heat fans, and even as coaches, if you will, by expecting Bam to be somebody he's not. That's the problem with the Lakers with Anthony Davis. He was never supposed to be a 40-20 guy. He can do it, The problem is he never does. It's like once in a blue moon. It's great when it happens. But these guys, I don't know what it is. They get paid. All of a sudden, they're pissed off. I can't stand it. I'm furious. That being said, I want you to – this is great. Okay, so according to FanDuel, and I know that everyone's going to be on top of this thing, the Miami Heat are a plus 245. You talk about value? I'm going to tell you why you talk about value. What if Jimmy Butler is going to, like, go berserk? Because remember last year in Game 7 against Boston, Jimmy Butler had a chance to win the game. Yeah, he didn't, but I would have liked my chances of the Heat more than I like the Celtics against the Warriors because Celtics just didn't show up. And are we really expecting Jason Tatum to show up in these finals against the Nuggets? Because I don't think so. Jason Tatum has been horrible for the most part of these playoffs. I don't care, like, his defense. You're not known as a defender, Jason Tatum. I don't want to hear about your defense. You're supposed to score, and right now you're a fumbling, breaking machine. He scores 51 one time. Oh, my God, he's back. Stop it. Jaylen Brown has been the driving force for the Boston Celtics the entire playoffs. Marcus Smart's been great. Derek White's been really good. You cannot convince me that Jason Tatum has been good because he's been good defensively. He hasn't. He's underperformed these entire playoffs. The Miami Heat have overperformed. Listen, not just because I'm a Heat fan, but I would much rather see the Miami Heat against the Nuggets than the Boston Celtics right now. Because Boston, I don't know what team I'm going to get every single night. They're not playing good basketball. Yeah, they've tied the series, and we're going to Game 7 in Boston. That's fantastic. Do you not care? No. Miami has overachieved, and I would much rather see the overachieving team that has a lot to prove than Boston Celtics who, hey, we're Boston, we're Jason Tatum. I don't care. I'm so sick and tired of these new privileged athletes who think that getting the bag and just doing good enough is good enough. Like, it's not good enough. Guys like me and you out there would kill for this kind of spot. Yet these guys, they lack the passion sometimes. So, yeah, I'm not only angry that my Miami Heat are not playing the greatest right now. I'm also angry the fact that we're going to let the Celtics just walk into this. We have a 3-0 lead. Now, in terms of the whole, is it worse than 3-1? Yeah, in mathematics shorts, 3-1. I get it. Ha ha, funny. But Miami was not supposed to be here. Golden State was a 73-9 team. Do not get that twisted. Draymond Green can bark all he wants to on his stupid podcast about, well, it'll make me feel better. Now we can forget. Forget! Dude, you gagged and choked. Yeah. He missed Game 5. Who gives a crap? I'm so tired of hearing that from Warriors fans. But the fact is, this would not be worse. It's not only in the conference finals, it's also only like an 8 seed, okay? Or a 7 seed, whatever you want to say at that point. Boston was supposed to win. They have not. Now they have a chance to, and I love everyone. Again, the FanDuel odds right now are Boston minus 300. If you put $100 down, you're barely getting anything back. You put 100 on the Heat, don't see it, I didn't tell you so. I'm telling you guys, we are writing the Boston Celtics in the finest of pens right now. Not in pencils. People are writing this in pen. I'm telling you, you better hope it's a pen with an eraser on it. Remember those crappy things? Yeah. You better hope so, because I'm telling you right now, I still, not just because I'm a Miami Heat fan, because I know how this team works, okay? They work on those final 2-minute situations. If it's a blowout, yeah, sure, Celtics win. I don't think Boston's going to walk into Boston and win. I see a lot of Celtics fans feeling good. Oh, boy, here we go. The Heat have choked it. Yeah. Well, 3 times before this has happened, probably prior to social media. But this has happened 3 times before. The team down 3-0 has made it, and guess what? Every time those 3 teams lost. Now, I know Boston's at home. You think I care? You think I care about the TD Garden? No, I don't. I do not. I'm more caring about if Jimmy Butler from the tip-off is going to go like ham. Is he going to go Michael Jordan? I would love to see that. I'm hoping he does. I'm thinking he will. And I would also love it if Tyler Hero randomly shows up. That'd be great too. There was word that we could expect Tyler Hero with a broken hand back to the finals. Well, finals were almost there and no water just came out of my cup, so I'm even more angry. Anyways, let's get to those Dallas Stars, because God, oh my. This is the Aaron part of the show where he's supposed to tell us about the NHL, but that's okay. I'll get it for him. Vegas was actually up 2-1 in that last game, and suddenly they just lost 4 or 5-2. Can't happen. Dallas's goalie was actually vulnerable in that game, and yet it did not matter. So now Dallas Stars fans, all of a sudden, they've got a lot of hope. I think Vegas and Miami wins their games. In fact, if you put them on a parlay with Miami to win their game and the Vegas Golden Knights to win in their game against the Stars, you two-leg parlay that. Let's say you put $50 down. Yeah, $305 to win. You're welcome. Both those teams are plus money. I'm just saying. Vegas and Miami have played better so far. Dallas Stars and Boston Celtics have kind of hung around. Okay? They're kind of floating around. They've been here and they're ready to go. They got a good team. A good team that's great. Vegas and Miami have played better than Dallas and Boston. As for the Nuggets in the NBA and the Panthers in the NHL, one of the Panthers, I'm absolutely ecstatic. I hope the Stars do win again. So I'm telling you what, man, it is brutal. Hockey is a brutal sport, man. And the fact that the Panthers can still rest up while having one of the best, if not the best goalie in the NHL playoffs at this point in time, that's great for them. So maybe Bruins are probably praying that the Boston Bruins fans are probably praying that the Celtics win and, of course, the Stars win. Because I'm telling you what, man, can you imagine if the Panthers win the Cup? That looks so much better than if the Stars or the Golden Knights win it. Because remember, Boston got bounced by this team and blew it. It looks so much better if you lost the champions. Trust me. For the Lakers, it looks so much better if Nuggets win the championship. And if I'm Denver right now in the NBA, boy, I'm so happy. This series went 7. But also, Denver was shooting very well from 3. If Boston wins this series, it means they're shooting well from 3, it seems like, although Game 6 was not like that. But the fact is, I think Denver would rather see Boston because of the fact that Boston turns it over a bunch. If Miami wins, it means Miami got hot from 3 as well, and Miami doesn't turn the ball over as much. In the playoffs, stop acting like this team is not fundamentally sound. Their whole MO is built on fundamentals. Come on, man. Well, yeah, I think both conference champions that have won it are just sitting there like, dang, you guys gonna hurry up and finish this crap or what? Panthers and the Nuggets both swept. That's insane. All right. We're right as the AM Drive. Don't go anywhere. First, we're about safety.
If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others. Thank you.
MyHairandDrive.com. Click the Fanatics logo. That's right. Click the app on MyHairandDrive.com to shop the best in sports merchandise and apparel, memorabilia. You name it, you got it. Remember, once you make a purchase via the MyHairandDrive.com link on Fanatics, it helps out our show tremendously. For that, we thank you. Let's play Destination DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, of course, wanted some big contract from the Cardinals. Arizona said, now we're good. I keep telling you guys, Arizona hired a defensive coordinator. I think Kyler Murray's about to take a step back. I think the Cardinals are about to be very good defensively. I thought Cardinals had a good defense last year. May not have shown them the numbers. I haven't checked the numbers on that, but I feel like Cardinals look like they could be promising if Kyler Murray wants to play. Now, DeAndre Hopkins has also come out and said that he wants to play with a quarterback who can actually, work hard and win. Oh, my God almighty. Kyler's taking shots not just in Call of Duty, but also from superstar teammates. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Even if he's not a tier 1, he's still a tier 2 guy. And that's saying something. This dude is a 10-catch, 100-yard machine. And he's also not allergic to the end zone like a guy named Julio Jones. But DeAndre Hopkins, I thought about what he said, and I thought about this as well. Cap space. This man wants $18 million. Let's see, for the sake of argument, he gets $18 million. Which teams are available? That could make sense. Well, Arizona has almost $21 million in cap space available. Now, also you have the Indianapolis Colts with Anthony Richardson. Yes, sir. My Indianapolis Colts, I would be happy. I don't know if he does it. I think he wants more of a contender right now. But let me tell you, the Colts have a very nice young defense. Colts also have a nice young core on offense with Jonathan Taylor. It could work. Here's three other teams I would also think as well. Baltimore Ravens would be nice because they've got Odell. Lamar wants DeAndre Hopkins. Unfortunately, the Ravens only have about $12.4 million in cap space. Not the best. New England Patriots, of course, he loves Bill Belichick, supposedly. $11.8 million in cap space. Again, not bad. Actually, not great. Then, of course, you've got the Houston Texans at $16.9 million. A little bit better. I don't know if he'd go back to Houston. I'm just saying they got C.J. Stroud. That might intrigue the guy. But there's a team in New York who just got a really good quarterback from the Packers. This team has $18.3 million in cap space, right on the money, right? Like right on the dot of what DeAndre Hopkins wants in free agency or whatever that is now. Aaron Rodgers, DeAndre Hopkins, Garrett Wilson. Wow. And the return of the running back, Breece Hall. You talking about a contender? That might help some odds out, in my opinion. I would gain some more confidence in the Jets than I already have right now. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a bounce back here. You don't think Hopkins would want to play with Aaron Rodgers? I think you're foolish if you think otherwise. I'm serious. I really do. I'm predicting he goes to the Jets because of the money. You heard it here. If it happens, don't say I didn't tell you so. Oh, no, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo apparently failed his physical a month or two ago. I mean, I don't know how in the world we just got word of this now, but it seems like this was like an old thing that finally came to the surface. So Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, from the 49ers, he's been to the Super Bowl, was literally one throw away from changing the trajectory of Patrick Mahomes' legacy. If he hits Emmanuel Sanders deep, wide open down the field, then the 49ers win that game, and Patrick Mahomes has one Super Bowl and 2 losses, by the way. Jimmy Garoppolo is not the greatest quarterbacks, but he's also not the worst of quarterbacks. And now, because this Tom Brady fellow, remember him? Tom Brady decided to put some ownership into the Raiders, all of a sudden the fans will not shut their mouths. Dude, how many times do I have to tell you he's done? Did you see the emotional video he put out? Stop trying to speak this into existence. I'm convinced the only reason he played last year is because of the fact that Adam Schefter broke the news and Tom couldn't have a farewell tour, if you will. But Tom Brady went out as a guy who made the playoffs once again. Well, yeah, they made the playoffs once again. He didn't look great. I keep telling people he wasn't great. Oh, he still got it. Guys, shut up. Fans have got to stop this fantasy, this wishful BS, because they will go tooth and nail through on Twitter. I'm like, guys, shut up. It's not happening. It's just not. He put ownership in the team. You want to think he's going to play now? Like, be honest with yourselves. Do you really think, and don't just, oh, he's a winner. I don't care. I do not care. From a football standpoint, why would he do this? He wouldn't. There's no way you can argue this fact. Stop it. Get some help. I finally saw the commercial for that. Apparently it was a McDonald's commercial, and boy, Michael Jordan cannot speak publicly. Holy cow, it's socially awkward. Anyways, when I come back, reffing around, is Eric Lewis really who we think he is? And also top 5 baseball teams. One team is threatening those Rays, trust me. Arby's has meats, and we have meats. What do we mean? Go to Agridime and use the code AMDRIVE for 10% off on Agridime. It's meat shipped to your door. And don't worry, you can also buy a calf to invest in. Don't name the calf, but still buy it, because whenever they sell, you get some of the money back. I think that's how that works, actually. Yeah, Agridime, code AMDRIVE for 10% off. You don't want to miss it. I actually saw a Twitter promo from them. That was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Wrapping around. All right, so Eric Lewis, supposedly, this long-time referee, you may recognize he's a black guy with like kind of has like a square, like Lego-ish kind of head. And he looks kind of mean. But I mean, if you haven't heard the name, you've probably seen him before on your TV watching the NBA. Well, apparently, some account named Blair Cutliff or whatever on Twitter, I have came across it. Somebody said it was deleted. I don't know if it's deleted yet, but I'll check that just to make sure. Oh, it's still there. See, people are saying it's now deleted. It's not deleted, guys. So, Pablo Escobar, who has 21,000 followers on Twitter, says NBA ref Eric Lewis has been outed as having a burner account. This is a momentous day. The account will surely be deleted soon. So for the archives, the entirety of the account's replies all involving Eric Lewis, whatever. Okay, this account, this Blair Cutliff, aka Eric Lewis, supposedly says, Pablo, this is Mark Lewis. It's the right family, older brother. I'm sorry that I put E in the situation, but this ain't Watergate. You're right. The accounts will be coming down. Twitter should not be this vindictive. Sorry to inconvenience you. So that did not help what I'm about to say. But I don't believe either of these are who they say they are. So some people were saying it's Eric Lewis because this person was just responding to Eric Lewis on Twitter. Like Eric Lewis, like they're like this guy, like we've all seen the Scott Foster jokes. Well, there were similar things going on with Eric Lewis. So this guy was saying, oh, Eric Lewis didn't do that. You got wrong information. Like he would just go off on people, show them the NBA referee website on like why a rule happened or whatever, or why a play was called, or if it was the right call, etc. So again, it seems like, okay, well, this guy might be Eric Lewis because, the NBA's seen burner accounts before. This reply right here, though, not the greatest of looks. I think someone does know Eric Lewis. I don't think Eric Lewis is doing this. If you look at the replies, it doesn't come across as 50-year-old man. It comes across as weirdo on Twitter. Now, their replies, I just want to read some of them to you. Someone said, so you watched every referee? Laughing, laughing, laughing emoji. So he also said, just like they're not talking about Smurfs taking over London. Don't know what that means. He also said, that ish ain't true. Stop spreading lies. GTFOH. I'm not putting it past a 50-year-old man to not know what that means, but I don't know how many 50-year-old men are going to talk like that again. Lakers being swept, but no Eric Lewis. This Blair Cutliff guy says, don't think he was ever the problem. This guy on Twitter said, I think it's hilarious Eric Lewis got exposed as a Celtics fan, and now he's getting 0 assignments. And this guy said, yeah, he worked game 1 of Denver, LA. So, again, I don't think it's Eric Lewis. I don't even know if it's the Mark Lewis, wherever he said the brother was. But it is funny. It's almost like the NBA contacted this person. And I do think they knew Eric Lewis. Because to be fair, I'm going to check ESPN once again this morning, make sure, because I have not seen Eric Lewis updates. Again, we still have no updates on this because the ESPN homepage still says they're investigating him. I don't know if that's, again, I don't think it's Eric Lewis. I really don't. If it is, I think it's going to be funny. But I also think it's weird. Like, every single time, like, remember when in these playoffs, in these NBA playoffs, when not Eric Lewis, but when fans would say, oh, look, they want the Lakers to win. Oh, it's rigged for the Lakers. And Lakers got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieced by the Nuggets. I was looking at a bunch of baseball fans last night saying, oh, man, those darn umpires. I was looking at NLL fans, the lacrosse community, those darn referees, which, by the way, NLL does not have that kind of money. Just be throwing. The gambling is not that prevalent in the NLL, so that's just stupid. But I feel like with the replay and with the social media, fans have gotten so stupidly ignorant and so knee-jerk reaction. They blame every dang loss from their team or favorite player on a referee. And I mean immediately, as soon as the Buffalo Bills, like, what team? Some team I was watching, it was like as soon as they give a tie, all those darn referees, like, what? The referees were fine when you guys were up 5-0, and all of a sudden those darn referees, I just don't understand that. Again, one of the biggest things that people say is, oh, the NBA is rigged, they're for ratings, blah, 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 blah. Lakers lost game 1, Lakers lost game 2, game 3, game 4. Remember when Warriors fans were claiming that their team lost because of referees? Yeah, you sound pretty stupid right now. Because wouldn't it be better for the Lakers and Celtics to go? And right now, if the Heat win tonight, it's Heat and Nuggets, which means your narrative is buns. Fans, I know not many people see the show, but could you please, for the love of Christ, please stop with the reactions about those referees. It ruins sports debate, man. Every time on Twitter, your team goes, those referees, like, shut up. Maybe you're a fan of an inferior team. Like, get over yourselves. Again, it's like 8 of the 10 replies I'll scroll past are about those referees, man. Like, shut up. Take the L. Because then these same fans are the ones, in 6 months, they read something, and all of a sudden, oh, see, we need a new quarterback. Oh, we need a new star player. Oh, still the team. Guys, it's not hard. Don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you see. Just because LeBron James is throwing his hands up does not mean it's a foul. It's okay to admit there was contact. In the NFL, when those Bengals fans have the nerve to say, oh, well, that guy, they shouldn't call that. Why shouldn't they call a guy getting late hit out of bounds? Why? Is it Patrick Mahomes or the Chiefs or the sake of money's fault that Patrick Mahomes goes into bounds and gets belted by a guy who then tears his ACL? It's not their fault. It's the Bengals idiots' fault for doing that crap. So, yeah, you're going to give a game-ending field goal. They shouldn't call it. Why? Is a foul or is a foul not a foul? You can't have it both ways. Because you morons, the same people say, oh, look, late hit out of bounds. You would have said this. Chiefs fans would be doing the same crap the Bengals fans would be doing. It's sickening. Just watch the game. If you lose, yeah, it stinks. I get it. But don't say, oh, those referees, because you're just a sore loser at that point. It ruins sports arguments. It really does. Oh. All right. Top 5 baseball teams presented by Agridime. I didn't open this up again. Okay, cool. So, my top 5 baseball teams are as follows. I'm a nerd. Tampa Bay Rays are still my number 1 team at 39-16. They're only 13-2 on the road. I'm not a big fan of that, but hey, it is what it is. Plus 120 run differential. And now the Rangers, who are my number 2 team, just beat the Orioles and just beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. And they're at a plus 123. So I don't know where the Rangers came from. They might have come from this, though. Nathan Eovaldi, as a Red Sox fan, I'm not happy about this. Nathan Eovaldi has a career best 2.60 ERA this year. Reliever Will Smith has 9 saves and now has 100 career saves. And Jacob deGrom, go figures, on the 15-day IL again. But hey, Rangers have got a staff of pitching, man. Also, I think Marcus Semien leads their average this year, like 298. Number 3 for me are the Houston Astros, those cheating trash can bastards who just swept, I believe, the Athletics, maybe. Number 4, the Baltimore Orioles. And number 5, the Atlanta Braves. That's my baseball top 5. Again, sorry Aaron Crouch could not be here today. I tried to hold it down. I think I did all right. Well, I guess my eye is killing me right now. Woo-wee! All right. Enjoy your day, your Monday. It's Memorial Day, whatever. I know people love that stuff. And go to MikeAndAaron.com to support the show. We're live once again, and I'm so sorry that Aaron could not be live with us, but hey, we'll see him around the corner, right? So have a great day, everybody. As always, do drive safe. When you see you next time, see you Friday. Bye.